So when you introduce natural flavors to the baby, it helps develop a balanced palate.
When can parents introduce salt or sugar into a child's diet?
We generally recommend to avoid it till the child's first birthday.
No sugar, no salt. Why does this rule exist? Are there any hidden pitfalls parents should know about? To help us navigate this, we have Ms Payoshini Kulkarni, dietitian and nutritionist at Cloudnine Hospital, Pimple Saudagar, Pune. She will clear all our doubts and provide helpful tips for new parents. Welcome, Ms Payoshini, in today's episode.
Thank you so much for having me. Really looking forward to discuss a very important topic.
Why is it said to avoid salt and sugar before baby's first birthday?
Okay, so during the span of an entire year, the baby's kidneys are still developing, making them inefficient to actually excrete extra sodium. Moreover, the lot of salt, as in sodium, can put a strain on their kidneys, though it is invisible initially, but it can actually possess a long-term complication, such as hypertension in adulthood to the babies. As far as sugar is concerned, having more sugar in the first year actually can set a stage for preference of liking more sweet foods. And if baby starts to develop the liking towards those kind of foods, then it is very hard for our baby to give vegetables, fruits, dals, and it can also increase their liking towards the sugary foods that can cause obesity and other metabolic diseases later in life.
What are the best alternatives for salt and sugar?
So for sweetness, we can consider using purees, fruit purees like chiku, banana, apple puree or dates puree. Moreover, for flavoring, you can definitely add cinnamon, mild pepper or turmeric or mint to naturally enhance the taste of food. Whenever you are introducing any new foods to the baby, we have to definitely monitor for any allergies.
How does early exposure to sugar impact baby's taste preferences in later life?
Early exposure to sugar actually set an stage for developing the sweet preferences. Studies actually show that those infants who have had sugar early in their life, they're more likely to consume sugar later, and which possesses a risk of developing many metabolic diseases, just as we discussed, and like obesity, type 2 diabetes, and even dental caries. So when you introduce natural flavors to the baby, it helps develop a balanced palate, and thus the child's relationship with the food is very healthy over a long run.
Are there any hidden sources of salt and sugar in packaged baby food?
Absolutely. Many packaged baby foods actually contain a lot amount of sugar and salt, even those who are marketed as sugar-free, healthy, organic. A study actually revealed that 60% of baby foods actually contain a lot of, they don't meet the WHO standards and actually has insufficient protein and a lot of sugar and salt. We term those foods as HFSS, which is high fat, sugar and salt. What we can do is we have to read the labels carefully. There are many hidden sources of salt and sugar. So a nutritionist can definitely help you to identify those. Let me give you an example. So for hidden sugar, there are many terms that are used like high fructose corn syrup, then maltodextrin, then mannitol, xylitol, or there are many artificial sweeteners like acylsulfame K. So read the labels carefully, and if those products are having these all of these names, stay away from them. Apart from that, for hidden salt, the one which is monosodium glutamate, MSG that we call, we definitely have to restrict all of those artificial flavorings, preservatives, because it can definitely impact child's liver and overall health.
Okay, so is it safe to give fruits or natural sweeteners like honey?
Yes, we can definitely provide babies with fruit, but honey is not recommended because honey actually contains a bacteria called as Clostridium botulinum, which causes a potentially rare but fatal illness called as botulism. So definitely we don't recommend to give honey to the babies till 1 year of age. After 1 year, we can definitely give them in moderation, but always consult a qualified dietitian or your pediatrician while introducing such foods to the baby, so that baby should be out of danger.
What are some baby-friendly food that taste good without salt or sugar?
There are plenty baby friendly foods that baby can actually enjoy, and baby does. So as we mentioned, fruit purees, then you can also provide with yogurts. You can also add fruit purees into the yogurts. Then we can give mashed cereals like oats and dalia. We can definitely provide vegetable stewed apple or vegetable puree, steamed carrot, steamed beetroot, then goes some very soft pancakes in definitely later stages of life. But these are some of the options that baby actually we can actually prefer for the baby.
Okay. So, lastly, when can parents introduce salt or sugar into a child's diet?
Okay, so as far as the salt is concerned, we generally recommend to avoid it till the child's first birthday. After that, definitely you can include that in small amounts, but the focus should always be on whole and unprocessed foods. As far as the sugar is concerned, no sugar till child's second birthday, till child's second year of life. Babies actually have the natural preference toward the sweet taste, sweet foods. So don't think my child would not accept all the naturally sweet things later after 2 years of life. 9 out of 10 times your baby would actually prefer the sweet things. So yes, the refined sugar, a big no till 2 years of life.
All right, that was an informative discussion. It was great having you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And to our listeners, if you found this episode helpful and informative, do share it ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel.